Welcome to Faking It. I'm Cookie, and we are going to do so much bonding tonight. Couple quick words before we jump into the game. And yes, skipping is an option. During each round of play, each of you is going to be sent a task to your device. Like, raise your hand if you've ever farted. But one of you will get nothing. And that person is the faker. Everyone wants to figure out who the faker is, and the faker just wants to blend in. When you hear the go sound, you either raise your hand or not, depending on whether you've ever farted before, which you have. And the faker just has to fake it. After that, everyone votes on their device who they think the faker is. If everyone picks the correct person, the faker is caught. But here's the most important part. Fakers, if you're caught in a lie, if you raise your hand when you really should have kept it down, lie, cheat, deny, come up with whatever story you have to throw other players off the scent. Be the faker. Some of the tasks will involve raising your hand, or pointing, or maybe making a weird face. But there will always be a faker, and you'll have 3 chances to catch him. Oh, one more quick suggestion before we get going. It's important to be able to see each other, so if possible, consider sitting in a semicircle or like small lines facing each other. Whatever works best while still feeling comfortable. Let's start with Hands of Truth. It's an easy one, just like we saw a minute ago. Everyone's going to get a task that involves raising your hand. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task, raise your hand if you've seen Steel Magnolias. Vote for the faker now. You can change your vote if you change your mind, by the way. All the votes went to... Ah, yes, you caught the faker. It's category picking time. Use your device to pick which type of tasks you'll all do together. Never mind, we'll just do this one. It's going to be... Hands of Truth. Everyone's going to get a task that involves raising your hand. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. The task was, raise your hand if you own anything made by Nerf. Vote for who you suspect is the faker. Talking is allowed and encouraged. It'll help you find that faker. You couldn't agree, you couldn't find the faker. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Sending your second Hands of Truth task to your devices now. this was the task. Raise your hand if you sometimes don't wear underwear. Vote for who you think seems like the faker. Everyone voted for the faker has been found. And what will our next task category be? Use your device to choose which type of tasks you'll all be subjected to. Face value. Everyone's going to get a task that involves making some kind of facial expression. Maybe a weird one. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task was, make the face you'd have if you met Kim Kardashian. Alright, vote for who you think the faker is. Don't forget you get points for voting for the faker even if everyone else is wrong. And the votes were for you found the faker. Okay, time to pick the next category. Use your device to pick which type of tasks you'll all do together. Number pressure. Everyone's going to get a task that involves holding up a number of fingers, probably from 1 to 10. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task was, hold up as many fingers as flights you've been on in the last year. Vote for who you think is probably the faker. That faker is still on the loose. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Sending out your second number pressure task to your devices now. This was the task. Hold up as many fingers as car accidents you've been in. Vote for who you suspect is the faker. Votes singled out. You all caught the faker. All right, what category do we want to do next? Use your device to choose which type of tasks you'll all be subjected to. Face value. Everyone's going to get a task that involves making some kind of facial expression. Maybe a weird one. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task, make the face you'd have at your high school reunion. Vote for the faker now. You didn't find the faker, and you didn't really learn anything definitive. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Sending out your second face value task to your devices now. The task was, make the face you'd make if your credit card was declined during a date. Alright, vote for who you think the faker is. Everyone suspects. Yep, you found the faker. Okay, it's time for the last round. Text you up. I've sent 3 questions to each of your devices. Type in your answers for all 3 and then hit send. Now the faker has 3 questions to answer too. They just have slightly different questions than everyone else. So good luck, faker. everyone's answers to the first text task. An instrument you can at least kinda play. Vote for who you think seems like the faker. And everyone voted for. Collectively, you all made the wrong choice. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Let's see your next set of answers. A book you really hate. Alright, vote for who you think the faker is. Everybody voted for. That is indeed the faker.
I'm Schmitty, and this is a little something I like to call Quiplash. Glad to see you're all here. Let's not waste any time. Time for round one. You are about to see two prompts on your device. Type something hilarious or not for each one. Then everyone gets to decide if your answer is better than someone else's. Democracy at work. The more people who vote for your answer, the better your score. Let's go. Hurry up! Use a safety quip if you can't think of anything. Time to share. First one, a creative use for a corn cob. Okay, select your favorite quip. Next, when you cough up blood, you should be concerned. When you cough up blank, you should be terrified. Vote away. Moving on, a good line for breaking the tension at a fish funeral. And next is, the ultra-rich have a spoon specifically for when blank is served. Ready, set, vote! That's round one. Let's take a look at the scores. Round 2 is straight ahead, and that means all points are doubled. Almost out of time. Use the safety quit button if you have to. Okay, it's time for some quiplashing. The first prompt is a bumper sticker a nudist would have. Okay, voting time. Pick your favorite. Next on deck, a terrible name for a street drug. It's voting time. Next prompt, the only bad word that can follow bacon. Time to vote. Next on the list, title of an HGTV show for bees. Okay, vote. Round 2 is now complete. Let's see where we landed. That's right, it's round 3, the last lash. Look alive because you're all getting the same prompt this time. Make up the full name for this acronym. Okay, here we go. You get 2 medals to award this time. Give out your gold and silver medals now. Okay, let's bring out those medals. Here's the silver and the gold. Okay, let's change those medals into points. That's the game. Let's see the final scores. Welcome to Quiplash. The voice you hear belongs to me, Josh Schmitty Schmitzenstein. So those are the names you're going with, huh? Okay, if you're sure. This is round 1. You get points based on the percentage of people who like your answer, and a bonus if you get more votes than your opponent. Go! Hurry, hit the safety quit button if you can't think of something. Let's take a look. Prompt number 1 is, how did the ghosts in Pac-Man die? Okay, everybody pick your favorite. Next up, the quickest way to get out of a conversation is to look at the clock and say blank. Put in your votes. Moving on. What happens if you eat too many hot dogs? And vote. Next one, the #1 reported crime in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Get to voting. Round 1's over. Let's check the scoreboard. Round 2 time, and to make it interesting, I'm doubling all the point values. You heard me. While the players enter their quips, audience members can try the audience play-along on their devices. Time's running out. Use a safety quip if you need it. Okay, remember, this is all your fault. Starting us off, a time you absolutely should not wear white. Okay, choose your favorite. Next in the hopper, what are goats saying most of the time? Vote now. Okay, next one. What happens when you have your 10,000th poop? Vote on your devices. And next, what did Adam and Eve really do to get thrown out of the Garden of Eden? Okay, vote. That's it for round 2. Let's see those scores. Round 3, the last lash. Everybody's getting the same prompt, so don't hold back. Come up with the phrase this acronym stands for. All right, here's the board. Choose who gets a medal now. Brace yourselves, here come those medals. Bring out the silver. And now the gold. Great, let me just turn those medals into points for you. We're done. Let's see the final scores. All right, time for Quiplash. I'm just going to assume you're all wearing your quipping pants. Okay, let's play. This is round 1. You'll score points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it. Audience members, instead of just waiting around while the players type, try the audience play-along. Clock's running out. Think fast or use a safety quip. Time for the big reveal. Number 1 on the list, the title of a Goosebumps book that was never published. Okay, pick your favorite and vote. Your next prompt is an inappropriate thing to write on somebody's cast. It's voting time. Next in line, what a good Christian yells right after he's been shot in the foot. Get to voting. Up next, a surprising find at Bill Clinton's garage sale. Ready, set, vote! That's the end of round 1. Let's take a look at the scores. Time for round 2, where everything is worth 2 times as much as that silly round 1. Attention audience, while you wait for these annoyingly slow players, why not try the audience play along? Almost out of time. Use the safety quit button if you have to. These better be good. Up first, the dumbest use of science would be to clone a blank. Okay, use your device to pick your favorite. And next, you'll realize you shouldn't have picked up that hitchhiker when he says blank. Time to vote. Moving on, a great way to spice up baseball is the rule 3 strikes and you're blank. Float away. Your next prompt is a good name for a mint for your butt. And vote. Round two's done. Let's see who's winning now. It's round three, the last lash. I've got one prompt left, and you're all getting it. Invent the full phrase that goes with this acronym. Everybody's in. Pick your medal winners now. Okay, who's taking home some medals? Silver and gold. Now we transform those medals into points. That's the end. Let's see the final scoreboard.